it's MK and I am back for Wood Grain Wednesday. It's also Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And the sketch that I will be attempting today is this one right here. I don't know why my glare is just... Anyways, so here it is. It's kind of like this chevron with two photos in the middle, a large icon, actually, and a medium icon with the title. Anyways, you guys know I'll mess that up. So... I've been really good at that lately. So as you saw in my prepping, I pulled out a few stickers and things from my label bin. I also pulled out these little dimensional stickers from the paper studio. I have no idea where I actually got them from, but I thought it would be kind of cool to bring in this little color right here. Okay. And then I also brought in more of that color by picking out a tag, as well as some other little stickers from my label bin. The colors match fairly nicely. I did pull out this stamp set as well. I thought I would do a little bit of masking technique for you guys. I just want to create a teeny tiny little scene just in case, because honestly I don't have a title except for these tiny little words that I picked out over here. None of these little titles really... They really don't fit for what my subject is. And basically, and this is just for the stamping, so is that, and so are all of these over here. Yes, they are. This is how I store my markers. I have these roll-up containers by Close to My Heart. They don't make them anymore. I wish they did because I need like 2 more. But anyways, the containers roll up like so, and then there is a snap right here that this snaps to. Well, instead of keeping them rolled up all the time, I leave them laid out, and then I have them snapped to each other, and then I have one long chain of these awesome markers. So today I brought out all of my browns, which are this section right here, my bronzer down here, as well as this right here. I don't have a whole lot of browns, but that is what I pulled out to, you know, pretend like I can color on my images, my stamped images. I also pulled out a few of these pieces right here in case I wanted to back my photos. That is what that is for. I pulled out this because there is a piece of paper behind the photos that's kind of like a photo mat, so it's a mat on top of a larger mat. So the photos are individually mapped, and then there's a larger piece. That's what I'm trying to spew out, and it's not working. Here is what I have picked out, and so I do not have a base piece just yet. I haven't picked that part out yet. These are my pictures. They are 2 of the Budweiser Clydesdales. This one is just a far away photo, and this one's a close-up photo. We couldn't get any closer to this, and they wouldn't come out from in the yard into, you know, where you can actually go in and pet them and see them and whatnot. But they are the Budweiser Clydesdales that live at SeaWorld. In case, I don't know if they switch them out or not. These were just the 2 that were there when I was there. All right. Anywho, that is what I have planned. I will be going and getting a base piece. I just don't know which one just yet. I don't know. I just really wanted to use this piece. Okay, well, let's go see what I can attempt to do, shall we? Hey, look, and it's Heidi Swap. Did you guys know that? That's our product focus. That's Heidi Swap. What Heidi Swap is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. Is this the name of the paper, and this is the collection, or is this the paper and this is the collection? I don't know, but it's Heidi Swap, and I'm using it. Anyways, so that is what I am going to be doing, but I do need to figure out what direction I will be going with all of this, as well as a base piece, because I don't think that far, you guys. In all honesty, I don't think past, you know, what I want to put on the page, not how I'm going to attach it to the page. All right, let's get started. Shh. Stop talking. Okay. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is prep this wood grain for like the main, I don't know, interest in the sketch. What would you call that? I have no idea. I'm just trying to see about lining up some of the wood grain because I want it to go all the way across. Now, my first initial thought was to cut that one piece, the little extra piece, to cut it in half. And then that way I could have it on one side and then the other. But as soon as I found some pieces that I thought matched up really well, I decided that I really liked it like being off center. I don't know. It was like an afterthought, like one of those things where you didn't even think about it until you were looking at it. Does that make sense? Oh, I hope so. Anyways, there were 2 little triangle peaks in the sketch. And so I had thought that I would just go ahead and have 2 triangle peaks as it were. And now I'm just trying to figure out which ones line up the best. Not that it's going to matter because my photo mats are actually going to cover up the seams. And so, yeah, but this reminded me of one of those lean-to, I don't know, stables? Yes, stables for the horses. They're normally longer on one side than they are on the other. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. So I zoomed in for you guys. I'm getting a little better at that, by the way. I'm pretty stoked. Anyways, thought that I would zoom in just a little bit so you guys could see some of my coloring. I do know that it is rather small coloring. This is like the extent of my coloring. I don't know the shading. I don't know the highs and the lows. I don't know any of that stuff. I just fill in where I want to fill in, and that's about it. I don't do anything else, in all honesty. And then I just keep coloring until I get, the liking that I want. I've got 2 different browns that aren't even from the same family, but I like the lighter brown and the different shade that it gets because the horses aren't really, they're white, but it's kind of like an ivory. And I didn't want to have like a white spot, but I wanted to have a pale spot on the horses. Not that I'm trying to make exact replicas of what the horses looked like. That would be fun. But I definitely wanted, my horses to at least be brown. That's all I knew. Brown and then a little bit of the shading. And that's pretty much it. I am kind of happy with how they turned out. It's not like it's going to be, represented in a masterpiece or anything. Now, this is an actual, it's called, I totally forgot what it was called now. Oh, it's because it's not a blender. It's actually like a remover. And so it picks up the ink and removes a little bit of it. You have to get it well saturated to remove all of it. But I do like how it, the effect that it does. It does a great job, by the way. Anyways, back to the trees. I went really dark on the, going up the trunk of the tree. And now I am just kind of sort of filling in the gaps. I went really dark and then really light. And now I'm filling in the gaps with the medium. There isn't a medium at all in any of these colors. There's a light and a dark, and that's it. There isn't any, multiple colored shades going on here. And so I pretty much am blending 2 different greens that I thought went really well with the pattern paper that I picked out. So now I'm using that remover or whatever it's called again to try and spread out my ink and lighten it up, darken it up, do all sorts of stuff. And then I realized that when I did my masking technique to stamp my images, which I totally forgot to record, I am so sorry, I forgot the tree behind the horse. And so it kind of looked really weird. So I was trying to make my own. And in the end, I thought it turned out okay. All right. So now I have all of my pieces put together. I did have to go and I chose to get another one of these, banner tag things, only because I wanted it to go just like the sketch on both sides and underneath my picture. And so I wanted it to do that, but then it didn't go all the way across. So I had to come up with another piece, and I didn't like how white this piece was. So now I'm looking for a color to color it in. And I picked this one. I think it's Mowed Lawn. I don't know. No. I lied. It's Evergreen Bough. Ha! Yes, it is.
So, had to go get my messy mat so that way I don't make a mess on my desk. I am thinking about getting a new top for my desk, by the way, because I'm messy and it's getting a little messed up. So anyways, just blended it in a little bit. And then I also took and whatever was on my brown sponge, and I just inked up the edge brown, and that was it. That's all I did to it. I just wanted to take away from the white. That was it. So now I have to figure out how to get this color from the tags to spread all the way across, at least at the bottom, because I don't like that gap. I thought I was going to be okay with it, and then I'm not. I thought, nope, I need to do that. But let's put the background down first. And you guys will see here in a minute why it really doesn't matter if they lined up or not, because the photo mats are going to cover, the seam up. And so it'll be okay. It will be fine. See, nobody will notice. Only me. Just making sure that the mat is actually flat. And then I pulled up that corner because I want to put a label back there, and I just didn't want it to stick down just yet. And of course I forget that I do that and, move on. I smush it down anyways and have to peel it back up, and it's such fun times. So I'm basically just, I don't care if the image or the pattern lines up. I just want to make sure that I have enough material to cover where I'm going. So I'm going to basically Frankenstein my my pattern or my tags going all the way across the bottom. I just wanted that peachy pink poking out from behind the pattern paper, if that makes any sense. I just love this peachy pink color. So yes, I do want it to be poking out ever so slightly. And of course, I did not have enough to go all the way across. Nope. See, I still have a gap. So I'm going to cut off another piece and make a gap. Yes, I am. You guys, it's not going to be seen. It's not going to be noticeable. So I am okay doing this. But it's just like, oh my gosh, really? I should have just went and got another peachy pink color. But I'm stubborn. I really, really am stubborn. So then when I lay down my pattern paper and then I start to put my photos down, I don't like the gap at the top. Can I please just win? Can I just win one? No. See, I am like, nope, I don't like the gap. I have to have that peachy pink right there. So now let me see if it's good to go. It is. Yay, it matches. Okay, we're good. Woo! Oh my gosh. Are we done yet? See, it's not even noticeable, but I had to have it. It's a mental thing. It had to be in there. I just couldn't tell you guys that I was able to leave it out because I wasn't. So here's where I'm going to put that label. I actually wanted both of these labels. It's going to be a large cluster. I'm not going to do a title at all for this page. I'm just going to make it look pretty. Honestly, that's all I had going. So this one says simply amazing. Clydesdales happen to be my favorite horses in the whole wide world. I just think that they are magnificent. They're such large, calm creatures. It's unbelievable. And the amount of weight that they can tow around is phenomenal. And so I absolutely just, I love Clydesdales. And so when they had these Clydesdales at SeaWorld, I was like, wow, and I was really hoping that they would come back into the stables and we could see them up close and personal instead of so far away. But yeah, we actually went in before the park was opened, and it was the dolphin experience. You're supposed to go in before the park actually opens, and then that way you can enjoy your experience without other people like creepily staring at you while you're enjoying your experience, which I thought was great. So by the time the experience is over, then the park is fully opened. And so while we were waiting our turn, we got to walk through the park and see everything without people. yeah, it's weird. I enjoyed it very much, but they they were walking flamingos down the walkway and everything. So, I talked through everything. Here we are. I'm done. Ta-da! So basically, I just put a couple little clusters together. That little part at the bottom just basically says you're my favorite. And now I'm going to trim off all of my edges and I'm done. That is it. We are over. Be sure to check out everyone else playing along below. Christy is amazing. You guys really need to go and check out, well, please go check out her Facebook group and see how many people really are playing along with this sketch. It is awesome. And I will check you all tomorrow. Bye.